Welcome back, everyone. I've got a special treat in store today. We've got a compilation of action from the last few months. We've got developments, we've got the NABGCs, and we're starting off right here with Jayden Price at the Winter Warehouse Box Cup in Wales. Make sure you stay till the end because I've got some good surprises in here, including possibly one of the worst ways to lose a bout, a regional final. But let's get locked into this one. So a lot of pressure from Jayden Price, accurate power shots, navigating away from the referee's arse as they tend to get in the way when doing the video. A great stoppage by Jayden, and huge credit to Oliver Ward as well for taking the bout, because sometimes when a boxer has a great reputation, then they can be avoided. But moving swiftly on, it's difficult to top a Jayden Price bout unless we've got another Ward in the ring, and that is, of course, Martin Ward. This time boxing out of Rush Green, and if you recall the last time he was featured on the video, he got 3 stoppages in 3 days to win the Barham Box Cup. So this is him in the NABGC semi-finals in Taunton, and let me tell you, like, honestly, Martin Ward is up there as, like, you know, one of the rising amateur boxers. Beautiful to watch. I'm a massive fan, if you haven't figured that out already. And he put on a superb display here. He did go on to win the NABGC Nationals as national champion again. And yeah, what a talent. Definitely one to look out for upcoming UK amateur prospects.
Keep it tidy, talent. Keep it tidy. Don't get pinned. Don't get pinned. Hop up. Good boy. Good job. Good job, talent. Good boy. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Return. Return on the leader. Look to work, talent. Look to work. Keep it tight. Snap, 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 snap. Good. Use your feet. I can't get a chest. Boy, now work. Work, work. Stand up. Breathe. Stay Good boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of bout number 16 in ring A by split decision, 3-2. In a red corner, Scott Taylor. Burgills.
Sit down behind the backhand. One, hold on. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight. Touch lead up, touch lead up. Touch lead up. Get sharper. Get sharper, Colin. Good boy, right now. You got to work earlier. You got to work earlier. There you go. Backhand, backhand. Yeah. Backhand, hold.
one of the things I really like about Martin is that once he's hurt his opponent, he doesn't go head hunting. He gets those shots to the body and then he finds the openings upstairs. So another bout and another stoppage this time in the second round. A good decision there by the referee, I thought. He gave the opponent a chance and it was becoming pretty much one-way traffic. Moving on, we go to the London Region Development Quarterfinals. Another Jayden in the house. This is Jayden from Islington Boxing Club against Ed from Impact in Croydon. Now, Jayden did really stand out. A couple of boxers from Islington gave me a heads up before this bout that, this kid has really got some power in his hands, and he definitely showed that. He is a hard hitter and definitely one of the standouts, I think, from the development. So a statement win for Jayden Jacobs in the quarterfinal. A great call there by the referee. But sticking with the development quarterfinals, this was a bout I was really looking forward to see. Anthony Mayers from Rebels Gym in Orange. This guy's got some devastating power. I've seen him score quite a few brutal KOs and he's improved significantly. His feet are so much better now. So I was quite forward to seeing this bout, and it didn't last very long at all. So a surprise there, but Gabriel with devastating power of his own, and that little wobble was enough for the ref to call it off. Perhaps if Anthony didn't get up so quickly and just given himself a little bit of time, then he could have recovered to continue. Moving on from one danger man to the next, Chris Muganda is another danger man. This guy is not coming to play, let's just put it that way. A standout. This is again a quarterfinal, and he won the London final not in the fashion that he wanted to, because there was an early head clash, but here showcasing what he's about. Definitely one to look out for in the future. Venomous punches.
Well, once again, don't forget, as always, please show your appreciation to both boxers in the pain. Thank you. And also, all back on the team in the
So a great performance there by Chris against Taimu from St. Pancras. And on the way to winning the Londons, he also beat Junior from TKO, last year's winner as well. But we move on to another assassin. This time it's Repton's George's Chuako. Apologies if I've mispronounced that. Against Michael Uzaku from Lions. This is, I think this is the final round. I believe it is. And this again was quarterfinal. Honestly, like getting out of London is a daunting task. And if you don't get injured, if you don't go through some wars and get cut, it is extremely difficult. And these are just quarterfinals. Some really good boxers, you know, didn't make it any further than this. So just goes to show, you know, with so many clubs in London, just how strong the pool of talent is. But my apologies, I think the correct pronunciation of Michael's name is Uzuka. So my bad there, apologies. And Michael won the Capital Cup just in June in the summer. That's the only other time I've seen him. I don't know what each of their records are, but George's was also in the Haringey. So seemingly the more experienced of the two, without knowing what each of the exact records are. Now, this was a special bout. The first final in the London region. Felix Bart from Afui in blue, the Courtney George from Repton. And I obviously know about Felix because she won the Winter Box Cup last year. That was, I think, December last year. Courtney George, I hadn't seen her before, but this was honestly a crowd pleaser. Really good action. So I'm going to leave you with this one. So this was the third round and Felix really piled on the pressure, but I think she possibly left it a little bit too late. Really made Courtney have to work for it. In the end, a 3-2 split decision, and Courtney became the London region champion. I'm not sure if she went on to win the national or not. She may have done, possibly. So Courtney winning that bout, 3-2 split decision, and certainly had to earn that win. And moving on, it would be unfair, I think, not to include this young man in this video, Henry Boateng from Islington. Now, with a club as large as Islington, with as many carded boxers as they have, they're obviously going to produce champions, or they will be expected to. Certainly being an accomplished club as they are. And they went on to produce some national champions. Henry won the London region. He's here against Arko Abdul from Dagenham. For me personally, although Henry didn't go on to win the national title, he came up short. He's my personal favourite stylistically. His timing, his power shots, his movement. He's boxing very much like an elite here. And I'm not sure if he's going to stick around to try and do a development again next year. I hope it doesn't, because, you know, he's proved that he's an elite, and I think he's almost at 20 bouts. So looking forward to seeing Henry out again. But here he is showcasing what he's about. Another bout, another final, another Islington boxer. This time Rico Santos taking on Justin Nukui from Patrick Wilson School of Boxing. This was one of the crowd favourites. Very lively boxing and a very entertaining bout. It's a shame somebody had to lose this, but I'll leave you with the action. And this is the problem with not doing a video for too long, because there's just so much good boxing. This video is going to get longer and longer, but I did promise to end it with something special. You can call it that. A boxing lesson, let's put it that way. Something that everyone, I think, can learn from by watching that final bout. Not necessarily the bout itself and the boxing, but the lesson that you can take away from it. So Justin winning this London final, 4-1 split, a brilliant bout. And now we're going to have to go to the NABGC London finals for the next video. So I'm going to have to put a cap on the number of Islington boxers I feature in any one video. This is the NABGC London final, okay? And this is Austin. He previously used to box out of Bletchley, taking on Basit Bello from Royal Resistance. This was gearing up to be a really good bout. Unfortunately, Basit lost in a way that I haven't personally seen before, but there's a lesson to take away from it. Now, in boxing, you need to have certain pieces of equipment without which you cannot compete, okay? So one of those is your mouth guard. And I've seen a boxer from Repton, I can't remember his name now, but he was in the final and his mouthpiece, his mouth guard kept on falling out. So he almost got disqualified. And speaking to him afterwards, it turns out he had lost his one. So he had an ill-fitting one that they're trying to mold in the toilets or wherever else, find some hot water. If you're a competitive boxer, make sure you have two. Make sure that your coach has one of them and you have the other. So even if you were to lose your bag or do something, you still have another one spare. Okay? Now, the other thing is that your pieces of equipment need to be fit for purpose. The purpose of the mouth guard is obviously to protect your teeth, but for it to be fit for use in an England boxing governed contest, it needs to be the right color. It can't be a red one. So don't buy a red one. Don't buy the wrong color. If you do have one, I don't know, go and throw it in the bin or do something, because it's not fit for purpose. Now, this is a London final. Basit in the medical, he was told that the gum shield that he had brought with him, he wasn't able to compete with it. Now, this venue, it looks pretty lit up over here, but it was actually quite dark. In the edit, I've managed to make it look as it does. But it's quite a dimly lit venue. There's, and it turns out Basit had worn the gum shield that he was told he's not allowed to wear. Now, we're all human. You can criticize the ref and say, oh, she should have spotted it beforehand. But the blame lays squarely with the boxer and with the coach. I don't care what anyone says. if you bring in the wrong piece of equipment with you and you're then getting disqualified, as Basit does, to give it away, that is quite possibly the worst way that you can lose a bout that you've trained hard for, and you've come to win. So the referee then stops the bout before the start of the following round to inform him that he's wearing the wrong gum shield, not the one that was checked during the medical.
Coach, you need to change gum shield, not the right one. It's not the one that was checked.
And that is the anti-climax that we're going to end this video on. If you own a red gum shield, go and bin it. If you lose in this fashion, you've only got yourself to blame.